Hello, Andrew here, wishing you all a better 2021 and welcome to my first video newsletter for this year. And I wish to share with you some of the main items I see on the upcoming council agenda for the meeting that will be held this Monday, 15th of February 2021. So I will be moving a motion asking council to write to the state government to consider extending the Lane Cove ferry service into Burns Bay around Linley Point and Lane Cove West. Quick rehash, just in December of last year, Captain Cook Cruises, who operates the ferry service, announced they would cease doing so because it was not viable economically. The state government has stepped in and said they'll continue to subsidise the service this year, but are looking at options to make it more viable. So my thought process is, Burns Bay, there has been a lot of development and new houses built in that area. Potentially considering extending the ferry service into Burns Bay will obviously give more passengers for the service and potentially make it viable to continue. So that's a motion I'm proposing. Councillor Vissel has put up a motion in regards to Bob Campbell Oval, an issue I know many residents are following very closely. She's basically asking in that motion that council undertakes to release all its technical and environmental reports, particularly the review of environmental factors report that would be required as the current plans for a synthetic oval are progressed on that site. And then this next item is one that I think is really interesting. It's to do with the Lane Cove Golf Course. And what is proposed is that council undertakes a deliberative engagement process. So essentially what this is, it would be a citizens jury, citizens volunteer, around 30 to 40 would be selected at random to really go in depth around what do we do with the golf club? And the question that will be posed to that group is, what is the best use of the outdoor areas on site to meet our community needs now and in the future? And basically this group of residents would have the power to speak with any stakeholder, gather whatever information they want, and essentially they themselves will draft a report to council giving recommendations on what council should do and consider for the site of the golf club. So it's proposed that council will only undertake that deliberative engagement process at this upcoming meeting. And then for those who've been following the climate emergency, there is a report where staff have recommended two main things. Number one, that council can strive to have a 20% reduction in emissions by 2024, and it's got a list of activities that council can do to achieve that, and to also strive for no net increase in water usage by 2024 as well. And another one as well, just confirming, last year council considered approaching Ausgrid to participate in a community solar battery project. Ausgrid has come back and said they've got 3 pilot projects with other councils, but the report's just giving an update that council has lodged an expression of interest that should any future trials of a community solar battery. So this is where houses in the area have solar installations on their roofs. This battery would enable that excess capacity in day to be stored locally and then, put back into the grid at night when the sun's not shining. So that was an update that is on the agenda and along the theme of the climate emergency as well. So there you are. So as always, if you've got any feedback, please feel free to click on my feedback links below and share your ideas with me. And this is an election year, so what I do when I host my website and everything I do to reach out to the community actually comes out of my own pocket, and running an election campaign is quite a big task. So if you like what I do and you'd love to see me return to council, if you could consider helping with the donation, that would be tremendous help just to cover the costs of, as you can see, me giving my best to make sure I'm accessible and reaching out to the community. Thank you once again, and I hope you found this informative.